Hello YouTubers, Troz here. Welcome back to some more Infinifactory. Last time we finished off resource site 526.81 and saw our last bit of Floyd, and we were given his hat at the review. But now we're on to Production Zone 2. And we also did the display reclamation puzzle last time, so let's move on to shuttle maintenance. Alright. Shuttle maintenance. This is a block I've been mentioning a few times. This is the blocker. It's basically the inverse of a pusher. Blocker is normally out, and when it gets a signal, it moves in. And little bit of a trick to it is that it only moves in while it gets a signal. So if you want to get, as in this case, a block to move past it, you have to hold it in for three cycles. The first cycle, or first period, it just retracts. If it's then still retracted, the next cycle the block will begin to move past it, and if you unpower it, then it will push the block, it will extend again and push the block off the conveyor. So once the third cycle will let it then move off to the next one, and then you can turn it off and it'll extend again. So a little trick there. This looks like a shuttle with some beat up engines. And ooh, we do have a message there, but first looks like we get engine parts, and we have to replace the engines. So let's listen to the log here and get started.
Well, that was a pain in the ass. Let's run it again and see what happens. Oh, what the hell? One of the inputs must be jammed. This is bloody ridiculous. I don't see anything. Oh, maybe it's a bit farther back. Oh, wait. Was I even pushing the right button? Ah! Oh, no.
Wow, yeah, sounds like it didn't work out too well for him. So I'm setting up the mechanism here to make the engines and split them into two separate groups. Actually, we don't even need that one, but we do need something to hold those up. I think we're going to need a blocker here. Oh, no, we definitely are going to need a blocker here. Exactly where is going to be the question. Actually, you know what? This may work better like that. So let's run this. We got these coming in. And, well, the ship comes by much too quickly. And, of course, that is what the blockers are for. I'm putting 2 eviscerators there because I know what's going to happen if I only put one at the correct height. What happens is this eviscerator will break this one and break this one, but then this wouldn't be welded to anything and will drop down. And you'll get a pile of them unless you do something like this. So that will take care of the extra engines. I'm going to let's actually move these up here. That'll make things almost symmetrical. So, if I go into options here, there is toggle block. I did not see it there. I have it set to Alt key. I think it's by default the C key, but this will change. This is a pusher. Now it's a blocker. Blockers have the red heads. So basically, I want these to sit on these blocks here till we're all ready, and then they'll be let through. And it'll take 1 cycle for that to go back, 1 cycle for them to fall down, and 1 cycle for that to move in. These are 4 long, and we want these sticking off the back by 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need a blocker here. So unless I miss my guess, or miss my count, we can actually have a sensor there that will activate those. Now, in this case, I have the input rate at 0. It's going to be pulled back way early. But there we go, they're in place. Now we just have to weld them correctly. So the whole thing is 2 blocks high. I think that may be too far forward. Yes. Let's area select. Block under. I'm going to put another sensor downward facing there. And that should be good. I said should be good. Except that this. Let's just put that into the wall there. So this extended and pushed the shuttle over. The easiest thing is just to have a block here so this can't extend while the shuttle's in the way. Of course, now the conduit is in the way, so we'll just come up from the back and leave a space. Always the little things. So this should work. I don't think they're getting any closer. And you can see average cycle score, slightly better footprint score, slightly better block score, but we can do better. Let's put the input rate up. And now, these, or at least the one side gets there. The near side. It's actually why I have the sensor on this side, because this side takes longer. Now we're down to 148, which is this next blip. I'm gonna try max, and here's the design. This will work, and at some point it will stop working. But I think we can get 10 out before it stops working. These are going to come out a lot faster now. And I think we're going to have the engines piling up here. But hopefully we can finish all of them before... Okay, here's the problem. These are coming in too fast. You may not realize it, but it is possible to stop inputs. You just need to put something in the way. And the piston heads, eviscerator heads don't count, but the pusher heads, I believe they do. So what we're going to do is put a sensor here. And see. Now we have more space. Not quite enough space. Now, it's not going to try to have another ship or shuttle come in until the first one's clear. So we can move this a bit, but we can't, I think, any further, and it will let the next one come in. Alright, is this going to be enough? No. Okay. So we need another bit of regulation here. This should block the next one. I just hope it doesn't push, which it looks like it's going to do there. And if that's the case, then we just have that belt there. And maybe that'll get things. So we have these coming in as fast as possible. It really isn't, because they get slowed down because they have to make the turn there. Otherwise they come in a big stream. So we gotta slow these down. And I tried back there. Wasn't quite right. Maybe just this is what we need and they back up on their own. So this looks like it's working, and surprisingly wasn't any faster. You know what? Not surprisingly. You know, I should have expected that. But because of this turn, +1, it's basically coming in at the same rate. I mean, you can see there's space, but they're not getting stopped where they were. There are things you can do to maybe rotating them. And you know what? I think I kind of know what you have to do. Things get a bit more complex. Basically, we're getting stopped every block. So if you pulled off several and then used pushers, they'd only be paused for a short while. You know, if you don't mind, I'm going to actually try that. However, to do that, we're going to need to move this a bit. Okay, almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Although those 3 don't need to be there. Okay, what happens? We'll get 6. 3 will get pushed onto here and welded. The other 3 will come here and get welded. And hopefully those will all move off and drop down. Well, they will. Before the next group. And you were supposed to be facing down, not whatever way you're facing. And we need to be back up on max. Okay, they're still blocking the sensor, and that's not good. So we will put that there, and move you back 1, because there we go. Put these back as pushers. That should work. That didn't work. We gotta get these moved over, so we need a block like that. Okay, that's going to drop in the right place. This is going to drop in the right place. Timing. While this was back, one of the blocks dropped off or something. Okay. There we go. That will hold that on. And that will hold that on. I'm actually not so sure how much those are needed. Well, that's how much they're needed. That came in too early. What if we did this instead? That's... one too early. So we need to move these these sensors. And there we go. So these blockers are basically just preventing the engines from moving in too early. There we go. There we go. We got engines piling up. So now we're down to 134. And if we adjusted how this blocks, I think we could get it a little lower, but this is getting long. Blockers are functionally similar to pushers, but normally extended and retracted when a signal is received. They're useful for delaying blocks on conveyors. They can also be used as logically inverted pushers. The arms of the blockers are coated with a special material that absorbs deleted and makes them invisible to sensors. I'm gonna just take a quick look at this. Okay. Well, we just had to destroy one of these. Now we need to put one together. And, you know, I'm gonna try to do this quick. Of course, those are famous last words. Basically, we need 3 of these on the bottom. We need 6 monitors and then 2 keyboards. Actually, we don't need that one. Let's see about this. These do come in the right rate as long as you're not up to max. Let me show you that again. Here we go. There we go. We have a whole unit there. All we need is the little keyboard. And that's the easy part. So with something like that, we just have to run pairs of keyboards. drop these. Down. And something like that. And as long as the timing is right, this should be done. And of course the timing isn't right. Will that do it? That should do it. Now, really good footprint. Decent block score too, or a little less than average. Or the maximum. I'm not really sure what the average would be. Psycho score is on what most people did, but we can do better, at least to +1. This is not going to work on max. Basically now everything just comes out twice as fast. And so we should have a little more than double the score. And you can see we do have some stacking up, but it all works out. And now we're a little lower than 147, so we're a little lower than this next peak, which I think is pretty good. But definitely, yeah, max things will come out at all crazy rates. So that will do it for this episode of Infinifactory. Next time we'll try to do drone maintenance and furnished studio apartment. So tune in next time for more fun with Infinifactory. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys then.